Yeah.
So you go in for surgery. Is it almost immediately you go in for surgery?
Yep. Up at John Hunter Hospital, tumour removed.
What was the process of the surgery, just for people?
Sort of just it's the big cut through the head. It was a I don't know, I can't remember, maybe a 6-hour operation. I remember being in the bed ready to go, and there was a couple of other things went down in the ward, so they couldn't get to me for about 24 hours. So I pretty much was laying around for a day waiting to get in, couldn't eat. It was just the build up, and people sitting around you. I just wanted to get in and get it done. So I went in and I got it done, and then got delivered the news a week later that this is serious, this is high-grade brain cancer. You sort of got that little hope that it was going to be a low grade, and the doctors are saying don't get grade 3 or 4. You don't want to get that one. Well, I got grade 3. So it was tough news to digest. I then went straight into radiation down the Central Coast. So I would get a lift. I couldn't drive for 8 months. So I was getting mates, family to drive me down every day. So we'd drive to the Central Coast.
Every day?
I'd get put in a mask, get my treatment, and then I'd come home. That was 33 sessions. So that was interesting, catching up with some mates that I didn't normally catch up with. I think I shouted 33 lunches at the twin servos there. I was starting to add up the costs.
The regular.
I just had a bit of time to think in the car, having a chat. I'd get under the mask. It'd only take about 6 or 8 minutes. You'd sit under there.
So what does the mask do? What is it?
It keeps your head so still so that the radiation can get a pinpoint spot where they say you don't move, and you're in this. It's shaped as your face, and it staples you down.
Right.
And you're down in that, and you're just laying there for about 6 or 8 minutes. So I was trying to, imagine good things and thinking positive in that time.
That's got to be a horrendous thing to do. Just like, because I've had MRIs, and if anyone's had an MRI in their head, it's the worst thing. Like, you're in there for like 40 minutes with an MRI, but you've got nothing to focus on. That's what threw me out. It's like your eyes just start wandering and you just start freaking out. You start worrying. Was that?
Yeah, so I had to focus on things. So I'd think about stuff and positive stuff. I think at the time there was like flowers and colours on the ceiling.
That helps.
That you can see, so that was nice. So that was sort of a help. And I would then come home and I'd train. Former teammate of mine, Ben Kennedy, we used to do some running and some swimming, and because I wanted to try and get great results, and I wanted to do stuff that other people weren't doing. So I felt rather than go home and feel sorry for yourself and roll around in the lounge, I need to get out and get moving. And I'm pretty thankful that I did that. I think it was a good thing.
You feel like the physical activity side of things helped, not only like physically, but probably mentally as well.
Yeah, and I was trying to eat the right foods and just trying to do everything I possibly could to, to get back on the field, I guess, if you want to put it in footy terms. And to stay out on the field. So that's sort of what I was doing. I had that mentality of getting myself right, getting as quick as I can, and just getting back on with it.
Was there, I'm sure there's a lot of people, or a few people maybe, they've got someone in their family that's suffering from a similar condition, or they went through something themselves, or they're going through it at the moment, who are watching this. What type of foods were you eating? Were you focusing on certain vitamins or all that type of stuff? Yeah,
so I got some advice, and you take some information in, you take it out, you take little bits that you like. I was trying to have dinners that did not require a lot of digesting, like big lumps of steak and that at night. When my body was sleeping, I wanted it repairing and concentrating on repairing here, not concentrating on digesting food. So I'd try and have vegetables and lighter stuff, fish and that at night, so that my digestive system wasn't controlling my sleep. I've had some vitamins in the morning. I did little different things here. Look, there's no medical cure to what I'm doing, but it just makes me feel better, makes me feel healthy. I was having green shakes, making up concoctions and doing all that stuff just to give myself every chance.
Because a lot of people in these situations, they go for the whole sort of, well, not a lot of people, but you hear about people who go for the natural approach to treatment. Whereas perhaps that's a good thing to do to, put your body in a nice place, but you also need the medical intervention. I think that's very clear from a lot of people's recovery, is that the medical intervention is very important, but to give your body the right opportunities.
You just put some good petrol in your vehicle, don't you?
Yeah.
And I've got full faith and trust in the medical team. I'm getting looked after really well. And, you know, they say that the radiation treatments are much better than they were 10 years ago, which gives me faith that, you know, I could have got better treatment than what someone was. So I'm not comparing myself to anyone else, just focusing on my own journey. I'm not worried about the stats. You can go and Google it and look it up, and that it's damaging seeing all that stuff. So I don't never bother looking at all that.